XRP could be silently positioning itself at the heart of the U.S. financial system. According to recent findings by XRP community researcher SMQKE, there's growing evidence that XRP may eventually play a role in the Federal Reserve's Fedwire fund service, a system that processes more than $1 quadrillion in settlements every year. Let's unpack this. Fedwire is the backbone of the U.S. interbank payment infrastructure. It's the real-time gross settlement system used by the Federal Reserve banks to transfer large-value payments between financial institutions. To put its scale into perspective, it moves the equivalent of the entire U.S. GDP every couple of days. And it completely overshadows systems like ACH in terms of volume and speed. Now here's where things get interesting. Two major Fedwire technology providers, Volante Technologies and Finastra, are closely partnered with Ripple. Let's start with Finastra. Back in 2019, Ripple announced a partnership with Finastra to integrate RippleNet into Finastra's payment solutions. This meant that Finastra's clients, which includes some of the world's largest banks, could now access RippleNet's 200-plus financial institutions globally. In return, RippleNet users could tap into Finastra's extensive global banking network. Meanwhile, Volante Technologies has had ties with Ripple for even longer. Since 2015, Volante has offered Ripple-based integration within its cloud-based payment platforms. Volante even publicly confirmed that its users could settle payments using XRP. What makes these connections so important today is that both Finastra and Volante are official service providers for Fedwire. In May 2024, both Volante and Finastra were awarded ISO 20022 certification by the Federal Reserve. This certification is a huge step for any company looking to be part of the next generation of global payment infrastructure. Finastra's certified solutions include Payments to Go, Global PA-IPLS, PA-IPLS USA, and PA-IPLS Connect. Volante, on the other hand, earned certification for its wire payment processing solutions used in Fedwire. These ISO-compliant products are now fully aligned with the modern messaging standards adopted by central banks worldwide, including the Federal Reserve. It's worth mentioning that Ripple itself is also ISO 20022 compliant, which means its ecosystem, including XRP, is already speaking the same technical language as Fedwire and other institutional systems. This tight integration between Ripple's partners and Fedwire certified infrastructure suggests a high level of interoperability that could position XRP for institutional-grade use. Now, let's focus on what this actually means for XRP. While there's no official statement yet from the Federal Reserve or Ripple confirming XRP's use in Fedwire directly, the infrastructure is quietly falling into place. SMQKE, the researcher who brought this to public attention, pointed out that Ripple's long-standing partnerships with Finastra and Volante, both Fedwire approved and ISO certified, create a clear pathway for XRP to be used in the background of these massive transactions. And this is not just speculation. According to SMQKE, if XRP becomes even a fractional part of the Fedwire process, it could represent a massive leap forward in XRP's utility and valuation. It's all about use case scale. Fedwire processes over $1 quadrillion annually, an unimaginable number. Even if XRP were used in a very small portion of that, it could still represent billions of dollars in daily volume. All of this supports the theory that Ripple is building an invisible bridge between traditional finance and blockchain-based infrastructure, and doing so through strategic partners like Finastra and Volante. With the payments industry shifting toward real-time settlements via platforms like FedNow and RTP, real-time payments, XRP is in a good position to offer the speed, cost efficiency, and scalability that these systems need. In fact, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has stated that by 2030, XRP could process 14% of SWIFT's volume. If that happens, and if Ripple's connections to institutions like Fedwire continue to deepen, XRP might not just be a speculative asset anymore. It could become a core utility in global finance. So here's the key takeaway. XRP is not trying to replace Fedwire. It's not competing with it. Instead, it may be embedding itself within the very infrastructure that runs it, through Ripple's partners, through ISO 20022 compliance, and through strategic positioning as a bridge asset. If these quiet moves lead to even a small role in the $1 quadrillion ecosystem of Fedwire, then XRP may have found the ultimate use case. One that's not visible in price charts yet, but potentially transformational. And the best part? The foundation for this transformation is already in motion.